Good morning. Welcome to How to Fall a Tree with Sterling Connolly Chew. That's me. Goodbye, Teneke. Good morning. On today's episode of Second Growth Homes, we're going to start up my John Deere backhoe, and I'm going to head out for a day of falling and limbing at the Second Growth unit. Even the dogs are happy today. They're always happy. So I'm going to be logging Second Growth here at Corner Bay at least through Christmas, through the end of December. So the view I'm about to show you in a couple of weeks or maybe a month, it's just going to be all white and frozen, and we're going to be out here winter logging. Right now it's fall. So if you'd like to come with me, come with Second Growth Homes out winter logging here in Southeast Alaska, please remember to click like and subscribe to the channel below, and you can come out here with us in the snow, and it's just going to be awesome. Okay, we're out here in the forest where I'm logging second growth spruce. I got the John Deere backhoe turned off here behind me. We are going to go and head out in the forest and cut down a number of beautiful second growth spruce trees today. I've got perfect weather. It's just absolutely amazing out here today. So my company is Second Growth Homes, and this is what we do. We harvest Sitka spruce sustainably and eco-friendly, and we build cabins and small homes. Thank you for coming along here with me today. Good morning. Welcome to Second Growth Homes. Today I'm going to spend a solo day logging second growth spruce here in Southeast Alaska. All right, we're here at the unit. I want to spin the camera around, and we're going to cut down a few of these beautiful second growth spruce trees. I'm going to do a how to fall a tree video today. So I'll probably make a whole series on how to fall a tree as we go here. Just there's so many little details and variables that can arise in the woods. So today we're going to do, how to fall a tree 101. I learned how to fall timber from a book almost 15 years ago. So I learned from a book, which I'm going to link below, and you can buy that book from Amazon using our link. I would really appreciate it, and I can't tell you how much that book helped me. That's how I learned how to fall trees. Second way I learned was 10 years of experience. I cut trees as the lead faller for my dad's company for a decade. And then the third way was my girlfriend at the time was from a family that was just generational loggers. So when we'd go on family vacations or when we'd be hanging out with her dad or with her uncles, we'd be drinking beer and I'd ask them questions, and they would give me advice to keep me from dying out here in the woods because they cared about me. So I've got 15 years of falling timber here at Corner Bay without any issues and without any injuries. I've trained a bunch of people to do this. I've brought people out in the woods with me, and we're very good and we're very safe at this. I think there's some loggers who will see our videos and they'll say, oh, it's not that much production, you're not doing that much. And you know, it is true. We're not going to be showing a lot of high production kind of type of logging on this channel. It's not what it's going to be. It's going to be selective cut, specialty harvest where we don't kill ourselves and we don't hurt ourselves and we don't tear up the land or decimate mountainsides. Really small scale logging. And then we're going to process that timber directly into these finished homes and finished houses. And that really limits how much we can harvest, because if we were just sending the logs out and getting a paycheck every time we got the truck down the mountain, we would just keep harvesting timber. But the way we do it is we come out here and we harvest a couple loads of timber. We got to go mill, dry, plane, and build with that wood. So it's very low impact on our local environment. It's awesome. So I've got a perfect track record. So stay with me, subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe, and I'm gonna slowly show you guys everything that I've learned in 15 years of being the lead faller for my dad's company and now my company, Second Growth Homes. So I'll spin the camera around, I'll show you a couple trees, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for coming with me today. Okay, so we've got a couple trees we're gonna fall here. So the first one, I zoomed in a little bit. The first one is right there. Good morning. Welcome to How to Fall a Tree with Sterling Connolly Chew. That's me. I'm gonna do this video occasionally over and over the years as we work here at Corner Bay, and I'll just keep showing you the different scenarios you get into, different things like that. Today, this is Timber Falling 101. The first thing you do when you go to fall a tree is called swamp out. What that means is, there's the tree we're gonna cut. For an area, you know, at least like a 6-foot circle around the tree, we need to cut any brush, any small trees, anything that's gonna trip us up. So this one is kind of in a unique location where it grew next to this big stump. So we don't have a ton of swamping out to do in this situation, but the first thing you do is swamp out the area around the tree. We'll try that again. The first thing you want to do to become a timber faller is buy the book using our Amazon link below and read it and just follow it to a T. So we've got the area around our tree swamped out. We didn't have to do much work here just because there wasn't a lot of brush, but you need to clear everything around that tree to give yourself the room to work without being hampered. Because if something bad happened and the tree started to fall the wrong way and you were tripped by a piece of brush, it would be game over. You need to swamp out the area around your tree to safely fall timber. So the third step is planning out your intended lay. So that means choosing where we're gonna fall the tree, where we're gonna lay it down, the direction, and where we wanna put it. So the first thing you do is you look at the tree and you need to look at it and see which way it's leaning, which way does it naturally wanna fall, and how much lean does it have. And you need to look at, are there a bunch of big branches on one side of the tree? Because those heavy branches on one side of the tree will act just like lean, and they'll pull the tree in that direction. So in this case, we look up at this tree. It's like, it's got tiny little branches that are perfectly uniform all around it. It's perfectly straight. And we've got this just nice clear opening to fall it into right here. So that's our lay. What you want to do is you want to walk out the lay. So swamp out around the tree. Now you can look at it, decide where you want to fall it, and then you need to walk out the lay. That means walk out the strip where this tree is going to go. Walk out there and make sure there's nothing out there that you're going to hit. Stumps that'll break your timber. You really should walk out the lay. I didn't walk out my lay one time and I dropped my tree. I was in town, residential falling, and I dropped it right onto a fuel line and spewed diesel everywhere. So walk out your intended lay. It's in the book, okay? Okay, so we've swamped out around the tree. We've established where we want to fall the tree down. I've walked the lay. I know I'm really happy with it. So now what we're going to do is put a face cut into the tree. This is step one. Read your book. Look at the pictures. The face cut needs to be 1/3 of the way into the tree. Not half, not a quarter, 1/3. Okay? Obviously, you know, you're doing it by eye, but it needs to be 1/3. So the face cut is what decides the direction that the tree is going to fall. So basically, the face cut needs to be 90 degrees to where you want to fall the timber. So if your bar is here, the timber is going to fall 90 degrees straight ahead of you. So how you get accurate with that is just by really looking at your saw and your blade and really taking the time to understand that 1 inch either way is, you know, 10-15 degrees of fall, and you can be very accurate with this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut our face cut into this beautiful second growth spruce tree. Okay. Step 3 of falling timber is you need to plan your escape route. So after you've got your timber lay planned out where the tree is going to go, you need to plan your escape route. This is one of the most important things. So you can look in your book and they'll confirm what I'm telling you here. You don't want to run straight back behind the tree. It's best to run off at about 30 degrees at an angle. So in this case, I am just going to run right through here. It's wide open. It's really easy. So let's go ahead and tip this baby over. All right. So the book will show you, the book that I have linked below, it's going to show you all kinds of stuff about how to hold your saw, how to start your saw, how to maintain your saw. I would strongly suggest buying that book and following the rules. So we're going to do just 101 today. It's how to cut a tree down. And every video that we do about this, I'll cover another topic, another detail in that book. So we're going to go ahead and start our saw. This is how the old timers start up your saw. You hold it with your right arm, your left arm pulls the pull cord, and the saw is resting on a log so it can move. So I like to make my face cuts for accuracy with my saw in this orientation. Okay? So the saw is pointed straight out in front of me, and I'm actually kind of using the top of the saw to cut backwards, but because you're only cutting 1/3 of the tree, it cuts really fast, and I just find that this is how I line myself up. So you can kind of use the handlebars on a lot of saws as a guide, but really it's just getting your feel, you know, and understanding where you want to fall it. I want to fall my tree right there. Okay? I'm just gonna nail that. Like, we're gonna nail it. Turn this a little bit. There we go. All right. So you really want to swamp out everything. In this case, there's this one dead rotten log right here. If I stick my saw into it, two things will happen. My saw will be dull, and it's so punky it might even plug up my bar oiler. So we're not going to cut this. It's basically part of the forest floor. We're just going to consider it something that we're going to stand on. So let's go ahead, get our face cut into this beautiful tree. Okay, you see me? I cut like this because I can look out where it's gonna go from behind the saw. That's how I like to do it. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of the very most important things about falling a tree. I tried to do this one a little bit shallow just so I could show you guys. So if we look at this kind of from standing back, it looks great. We're about a third of the tree. It's lined up really nicely, but what you need to do is look very closely, and here they match up really well. So we know that our holding wood, this is the hinge that's gonna be left on the stump to guide our tree, starts right here. So let's go around to the other side. This is where you really don't want to make a mistake. So if you were just on the other side and you didn't come look at it, when you went to do your back cut, you wouldn't notice that this goes a little extra far. So you would think the holding wood would start here, not here. It doesn't. There's nothing here. The holding wood starts here. So when you came in with your back cut and you thought, oh, I've still got 2 inches of holding wood, you would have 0, okay? The most important part of falling a tree is holding wood. 1 inch of holding wood is good, okay? I mean, no inches and you've completely failed, okay? You've completely failed. The second you cut off your holding wood, you sever it from the stump, you have no control of your tree whatsoever. And you've completely failed. So what you need to do to prevent that is be very clear about where your holding wood is and watch for this situation. So what I need to do is I need to come over here and I need to take another cut off here, okay? To make sure that that hinge is exposed all the way across the face of the tree. Old timers on big timber fallers would take as many cuts as necessary to make the face of their tree perfect, okay? It had to be perfect, so it was big timber and it would break if you made mistakes. I'm sure a lot of guys today just hack these things down. Don't do it, okay? Make sure your face cut is perfect. Don't be too proud to take another cut. It's totally fine. Don't be in a rush. So you're gonna watch me. I'm gonna go ahead and take that second face cut, and we're gonna go ahead and come around to the back cut and fall the tree. So after we get this tree down, I'll show you the stump, and we'll be able to read the stump to see how good of a job I did and see if I left the right amount of holding wood, which I'm going to, I promise. Okay. I'll show you this. We're gonna cut this beautiful tree down. So now our face cut is perfect, okay? The hinge is exposed all the way through there, okay? The hinge starts here and the hinge starts here. So, like I said, holding wood. Don't ever sever your holding wood. If you sever it, you failed, okay? Don't do it. It's like your saw cuts so fast. Imagine it, that 1 inch of wood is half a second just gone. It's that critical, okay? It's that critical. You need to leave your holding wood to stay in control of your tree as you're falling it. Second part of it is just that for a nice straight tree like this, it's pretty much gonna fall exactly where you face it. So if we fall this tree and it doesn't go right where I wanted to, we'll be able to look at the stump and it'll be like, oh, well, that's where it was pointed. A little squirrel right here. Little red squirrel running around. So we're gonna go ahead and do our back cut. Back cut comes in from the back of the tree. Okay? There's basically three, but two things you really need to do with your back cut. Number one, it needs to be up 2 inches from your face cut. So there's this step, okay? It can't be down here. It can't be level. It needs to be 2 inches higher. The reason for that, you can read about it in your book, but as the tree falls, if it hits another tree, it could stop and get hung up, or if you didn't have a step in the stump, the tree could slide like this back off the stump and kill you. So the step is absolutely important when you're falling a tree. It's absolutely important that you don't mess that up. You want your cuts to be level as possible. So your back cut and your face cut should be level going across the tree as well as you can. And you know, you'll get better with that just with practice, but try to make them level. Okay. Second part of the back cut is that we cannot cut past, we're gonna go about 2 inches. We can't cut past here on either side of the tree. Okay? If we did, we would have lost control and the tree would fall wherever it wanted to go. The only thing that guides this tree where we want it is the holding wood. So we just need to keep our saw up here, nice and level, and we just need to come in making absolutely certain that we do not go too far. As soon as we get our back cut in, enough that we can fit a wedge into the tree, we're gonna start the wedge. You wanna start your wedges early, because if the tree has back lean and you misjudged it, the tree can sit back onto your saw before you have time to get the wedge in, and you can be in a real dicey situation at that point. You might even end up having to fall the tree backwards. So you want to get ready, start your back cut, and then just get your wedge in early. Once it's in there, the tree won't, once that wedge is in there tight, it won't sit back. It's supported. You can carefully cut until you're about at your holding wood and advance the wedge to fall the tree. So I think that's about all there is to it here. Should we do it? Let's do it. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. The Canon 90D camera is over there, right there. I'm not gonna move it. I think it's still on. Hello? Hopefully it's still on. It should be great. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this tree down, missing the Canon 90D camera, fall this beautiful set growth tree right into the sun. That's gonna be awesome. So please remember to like and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more videos of me harvesting this beautiful timber, yarding it out of the woods, trucking it down the mountain, and then milling and processing it into finished cabins and homes. You can also buy this timber from us any day of the week. secondgrowthhomes.com. We sell Sitka spruce in all sizes, from huge timbers to beams, to raw logs for house builders, to normal framing lumber, trim lumber, everything you can imagine. So let's go ahead and cut this beautiful log down. This is about a medium-sized second growth Sitka spruce tree. It's about 55 years old. They clear cut this area 55 years ago, and this is what's came back. The area was thinned once, so they're really healthy, beautiful trees. It's easy logging. They're really, really, really nice. So let's go ahead, fall some timber. Okay, came in with our back cut. We're gonna go ahead and get our wedge started now. Remember to start your wedge early. I left my axe at the cedar unit. Waiting for my dad to come up there with me. So we got this big sledgehammer today. Should do the job. The wedge I'm using, I'll show it to you real quick. It's called a hardhead wedge. I'll try to put a link below so you can purchase them. This is the best wedge in the world in our opinion. It's got a steel end on it, a steel head. So I'm used to doing, and I've done a lot of really big spruce, old growth spruce falling. And these hardhead wedges really give you the power you need to tip the trees over. I would never buy, I've used different kinds of wedges, and I would never go back. The hardhead wedge is the best, in my opinion. Okay, so now got my back cut advanced about halfway to where I need to be, and I got my wedge tight. So this tree it's pretty well supported now. It's not going to go back. It can't. It's supported at the back and it's supported on the hinge. So I can advance my cut all the way up till I have the perfect hinge, and I'm actually going to pull my saw out of the tree, set it down. We'll hit the wedge to tip the tree over. I used to spend a ton of time, I'd go around the tree, look at the other side, come back, go around, right? Trying not to cut my holding wood. What you can do is just get very accurate by looking into the tree, okay? This angle, you can see it on the face cut. You keep the saw at the exact same angle or even a little bit tipped back, and then if you pay really close attention and you keep those angles really the same, I find that I can very carefully and very consistently fall timber without going to the other side. For some reason I'm kind of nervous about it now since I'm on camera, so let's just go ahead and try this as carefully as we can. And if we cut through a holding wood on this video, I'll still post it to YouTube, I promise. Okay. I just heard a noise, like it's starting to fall already. I got about 2 inches of wood, holding wood, so we'll go ahead and give this a tap. Oh my God. This is so funny. Hey, it looks good. That was absolutely perfect. We could have drilled a stake out there if I put the stake in the ground. So. It's such a cool job being a logger. Oh, I love the second growth. It's a little more relaxing than the old growth and the yellow cedar. So here's our tree. Beautiful. It went right by that one just perfectly. Laid down. I'm going to show you the stump. This is how you read how good a job you did. Face cut's about 1/3 of the tree. It's perfect. This is the holding wood. You see that strip of holding wood? That's over 2 inches. Perfect. The last thing, is there a step? 2-inch step? Yep. And then, are all these cuts level? Well, not quite, but pretty close. So that was a perfect job. Perfect. You want every one of your stumps to look like that. One of these days I'll find a stump, maybe one my dad cut. No, I'm kidding. Find a stump out here that doesn't look good. There might be one over there actually, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of logging. Oh, I see my Canon 90D did fly over. Oh my God. Hopefully it's okay. Oh, God, that's so funny. It was perfect. Like, hopefully that's a good footage. My tree is right where I wanted it, but something about the thump. When it thumped down, it must have thrown the camera in the air. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and the rest of this video is just gonna be a little bit of logging. So please remember, like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of us harvesting this second growth spruce. We're gonna do this through Christmas this year. So we're gonna be out here in the snow, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like when it's white, and oh, it's just gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna continue to do how-to videos, how to fall timber consistently throughout this channel, and you get to watch me do this every day, and I'm very methodical. It's very repetitive. So if you have any questions, comment. I promise that I will get right back to you and do my very best to answer your questions. I'd strongly suggest purchasing that book that I have linked below. That's, you know, it's very likely that that book saved my life. And it's one of the reasons that I survived the learning curve logging, and I'm standing here in front of you today making this great YouTube video. I can't recommend it enough. Buy the book, take your time, learn how to fall timber the old school way, and you know, your body and your wife will thank you because you're gonna be around. So, should we go recover my camera? Oh, Nice log. Look at this. These are beautiful logs. They're like 90 feet. This one's a little shorter than 90 feet. It's kind of a smaller one, but 75, 90 feet. Small branches, very uniform in size. Very nice. Oh, my poor camera. I'm really hard on the GoPro, man. This thing is, I'll drop a tree right on it just to see if it'll survive, you know, for some cool footage. And it so far has been amazing. It's the GoPro Hero 11. This is my first GoPro, the Hero 11. This thing has survived far more than I ever could have asked for it. So Canon makes a really good, strong camera. So my guess is that this thing is fine, the 90D. Oh. Yeah, I was pushing that one, huh? Holy shit. Oh. Hey. Well, it's working. Cool. Wow. It was off, so I wonder, it's working. I wonder. It's working. I wonder how well it survived that. Oh yeah, it looks fine. YouTube. Well, thanks for coming with me today, guys. We're gonna just go ahead and get to work. Cut some timber, I'll do some filming. I'll fall another 4 or 5 trees, then we'll go get the little saw and we'll do some limbing. Get the heart rate up, get the body pumping, and get our exercise in. It's just an absolutely gorgeous Saturday here in the forest at Second Growth Homes. I'm wearing this nice fleece sweater I bought at Costco. It's, the brand is Orvis. Really nice and cozy layer for this crisp fall day. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go straight back and get that, see that one right in the middle? We're gonna go straight back and get that big one. And it is gonna miss the Canon 90D right here. Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and set the Canon 90D back up and see if this thing can still spit out some good footage for today. Thanks for coming with me. Please remember to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing this week in and week out through Christmas this year. Thank you so much. Yeah, nice little tree. That one I was a little bit too cautious. I could have, I was surprised how hard it was to wedge over. Could have cut a little more holding wood. I had about 3.5 inches, but it's okay. Ah. That was kind of a smaller size tree, but still nice. So there you can see I've got my face cut 1/3, my holding wood, my step stump. I've just got, I didn't need to leave quite as much on the other side there. So let's go ahead, move our way back to this one. This just get a little bigger. Sweet. Oh, it's a nice one. Well, I'm gonna cut that one and then I'll probably get my little saw out, start limbing. And then I've just got trees all over out here. I've got a lot to do, so if you would like to come out here in the woods with me more this winter or next spring, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, because it's all going to happen right here on Second Growth Homes. We're going to follow these trees, we're going to limb them, yard them with our excavator, truck them with our 1964 Kenworth log truck, mill them on our mobile dimension sawmill, and then dry and process the timber into finished cabins and small homes that we're also going to build on this channel. So if you'd like to see any of that, and if you're interested in that kind of thing, please remember to click like and subscribe below. Thank you so much. Let's cut. Okay, just got back out to the unit. Got my trees down for the day, and we're gonna go ahead and start limbing. So I'll just show you a little bit of that. The book that I've got linked below has a bunch of great information about how to limb trees. So I would really suggest, if you want to learn how to fall timber, or if you just are interested in this kind of thing, purchase that book. It's got everything you need to know. It's awesome. So just gonna had to take my sweater off for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and limb for a while, burn up a couple tanks of gas. Limbing is really good work. It's good exercise, kind of gets your heart rate up and going. So I'm just gonna cut for a while, and we'll probably limb all these trees, and we'll see where we're at for the day. Let's go ahead and cut down this big one. That's pretty nice. Second growth. It's a little bigger. This is kind of rarity. It's actually got a little bit of lean, a little bit of sweet. Most of them are perfectly straight, but it's really not too bad. It's actually leaning a little bit in the direction we want to go. It's leaning a little bit more this way, but I'm not really going to need to compensate for it. Just face it right where I want. It'll be fine. Well, those of you who are loggers or experienced with saws will be able to tell that my falling saw is a little bit dull today. I looked at it this morning and it looked perfect to me. The teeth looked good. The rakers were a little high, so I found all the rakers this morning. It's grabbing nicely, but it's a little bit dull. So this will be the last tree I cut with it, and then we'll sharpen up before the next one. So got our nice little face going in here. Let's go ahead and get her falling. This one won't really need any wedging because it's definitely leaning this way and the branches are on that side. The majority of the branches. You always want to take a minute. Let any branches fall or anything else fall. This is just beautiful. The sun is coming right through the strip that I'm logging. That was a pretty big second growth. Better cut this one down real quick, just for safety. I really like this 460 Rancher. It's been great. You know, it's a little smaller saw than I think you'd normally use for trees this big, but even, you know, when it's perfectly sharp, it just tears them up. It's a little dull today, but still, it's totally adequate. I often find logging is that the actual part of cutting down a nice big tree is the easiest and safest part of the whole operation. You know, I'd rather cut down 10,000 big spruce trees than that little bastard right there. Well, let's go see if my camera survived that one. Oh, gosh. It is absolutely beautiful out here today. Oh. Hey! I see the cannon on the tripod. And it looks like I judged that tree accurately. And it fell within 10-15 feet of the camera, right at it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Wow. Look at that. It's within... Here's the tree. It's actually... All right. Well, that was some great work. Beautiful day. I love the whole process of harvesting wood and building houses. From milling, sawmilling, to drying it, to planing it. I love the feeling of the process. And it's kind of hard to explain that. But logging is just kind of this patient thing where you're cutting and limbing trees and bucking trees and turning them from just these round logs in the forest into a finished product. And really an enjoyable process. Next day I'm going to be out here with my dad, and we're going to have both backhoes in the woods. We're going to have the excavator out here in the woods. We're going to be yarding, falling, limbing, bucking, followed by trucking. So if you'd like to see us finish the whole process of yarding, milling, drying, planing, and building with this timber, please remember to click on like and subscribe below, because it's all going to happen right here on the Second Growth Homes channel. We do this work year round. This year I'm planning to harvest second growth through December. We're going to have some awesome shots of us working out here in the snow. It's going to be a great fall and winter season this year. So please remember, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for coming out in the woods here with me today at Second Growth Homes. Bye-bye. Okay, we made it back out to the backhoe. Getting near the end of the... Okay, we made it back out to the John Deere backhoe. We're going to go ahead and start up this backhoe and head out this skid road. I just want to show you this real quick. Luckily this was just an empty jug I was using for water, but the bear chewed on this one. It'll happen. I didn't lose any this year, but we'll often lose a jug of bar oil or a jug of gas. The bears just kind of like to gnaw on it. So I had this one sitting next to my saw and the oil and the gas, and he ate this. Chewed it up pretty good, but he didn't eat my bar oil. So let's go ahead and start this up, see if we get to go home today. got the machine started up. I had electrical fire, so I've got the starter wire hot wired right now, but it's reliable, it's working well. So thank you so much for coming with me here. Thank you so much for coming with me here today at Second Growth Homes. I can't wait to show you what's coming next week when we get out here with my dad and the double tractors and the excavator. It's gonna be awesome.